Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Cocky and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. This game today could be an inflection point for both of these teams, as each hoping to use it as a springboard to get into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So South Carolina's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell.
And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage. And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to...
Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, South Carolina.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Bringing it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Buckeyes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. How about that catch? Diving grab along the left sideline. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. first one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for a block. It's Harbor. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more...
He's going for the big play. Got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes you...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Running it back, it's Caldwell.
Returner brings it out to the 22. And your South Carolina Gamecocks will take over.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year?
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He's got great speed, and the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
He wants to throw here on second down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple of scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Fires to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Getting some heat. He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
If you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving.
Looking to pass on second down. Fires a bullet. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First down to start the drive after the break. Discards a man. Across the 25, he's got room. Dismisses another dude. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Harbor. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
Gets it out quickly. Will not be able to turn the corner. He was fighting for that yardage, and he is stopped short. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Caught behind the line. It's LeBlanc. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has this skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Raiola. He's got the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end.
towards the
Which you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the quarterback is snowed under. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and the second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He makes the catch. They'll immediately call timeout.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
And that's another first down.
To the air on first down. Looking deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
They're working that left side. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. It's complete! And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
The offense will take over. First and 10.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's going to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the game.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Handoff from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Oh, look out! And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Right back to it. Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Now on 2nd down.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knocked him down at the 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Got it behind the line. It's Clay. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. It's good.
South Carolina, 23, Ohio State, 17.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Caught in the backfield, it's Russell.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Going deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, South Carolina. And that one will give him the lead. How
about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in one game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Trying to punch it in. They get it into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Clay. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
At the 22-yard line. Brings up second down.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Movement here from the tight end. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes are flying down the field.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll run play action. Going to take a shot. And the pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Makes the grab. It's Clay. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's caught downfield. Flying down the left side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's complete. A huge pickup. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. New set of downs after that completion.
Black 24. Black 24.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Gonna let it fly. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. 32. He'll bring it back looking for help. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's LeBlanc. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jordan. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
First down for the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 83.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Extra DBs on the field to defend the pass. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
They say pressure busts pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
The air is incomplete. It leads to second down.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Defense not showing press coverage. Catch in the middle. It's Clay. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun on third down. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the left. Afterburner's coming. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.